your brother. That woman over there, she's your sister.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
That's right.
We're all part of one universe
Wakanda forever!
that moves ever upward and onward to greater glory.
No, you're crying because the heartless multinational corporation cynically audio-edited the ghost of Stan Lee into their commercial about how much you missed the specific form of consumer spending that now more than ever they essentially own the supply and distribution of product there with it. Shut up!
On your left.
Ah, Jesus, guys, come on, I was already gonna go.
Avengers!
I'm going to miss him. We were friends, you know.
But okay, yeah, you're all probably noticed the updates for this channel and show in particular blinked out of a bit for a couple of days, and there wasn't much explanation save for the bigger picture upload last week. Almost wish there was something more vital to explain, but honestly, nah, no big issue. Ran smack into a wall made of writer's block and self-imposed deadlines, and burnt out a bunch of my engines pushing through it anyway on some stuff that while it got finished, you probably won't actually see a bit for a while, and yeah, batteries needed recharging, fresh air needed breathing, proper nutrition needed reintroducing. Pro tip, do not forget to ingest carbohydrates, even while otherwise dieting. Either way, I'm mostly back on track. This little update is part of getting things there, and I'm pretty comfortable admitting that a more emotionally effective than it probably should be movie commercial that some of my other workload has necessitated watching sections of on repeat a lot was likely even more psychologically cutting than I'd recognized in the midst of it, and that probably contributed. What can I say? Someone in marketing did their job.
That's the anger. Use it.
Wow.
One Papa John's commercial, and he thinks it's Christian Bale.
Then again, speaking of spending part of last week losing one's shit over a commercial, there were certainly worse versions of that phenomenon I'm happily noting were much more pathetic than mine.
It's the Central Intelligence Agency, the guys who do waterboarding and subvert foreign elections. The CIA is the most heavily armed and supposedly the most sophisticated intelligence gathering operation on the planet. And yet somehow they produce this and then put it on social media.
I am a cisgender millennial who's been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I am intersectional, but my existence is not a box-checking exercise. I am a walking declaration. I did not sneak into CIA. My employment was not and is not the result of a fluke or slip through the cracks. I am tired of feeling like I'm supposed to apologize for the space I occupy rather than intoxicate people with my effort, my brilliance. I am proud of me. Full stop.
Wait, you're intersectional? So am I. What year were you? Just kidding. She didn't say that. She said, I'm a woman of color. I'm a mom. And then she told us, hilariously, this spunky new CIA lady, she told us that she is intersectional, but, and pause for laughter here, and we're quoting, my existence is not a box-checking exercise. Well, of course it isn't. Box-checking? Come on. Just a cisgender Latina millennial mom of color with a certified emotional disability. Not a hint of box-checking there. In fact, that sounds like pure meritocracy.
It's funny because the main reason we're stuck with the news commentator incarnation of Tucker Carlson being a thing is that he applied to join the CIA as a young man, but, well, they told little Tucky Wucky the same thing his biological mother did. So he had to become a journalist instead. But in all seriousness, for those of you who aren't Fox News personalities and thus don't deserve to be mocked for sport because at some point we decided the Fed to Lions version of that same basic premise was going too far as public spectacle was concerned, I do feel remiss in not posting a version of this same basic I'm still here, it's alright, things are just a bit piled up message, noting that I got done reposting portions of the episode from last year about how we should be okay with not being okay, and yeah, I really should take my own advice in that regard because, wouldn't you know it, it turns out coming out of surviving a near apocalypse isn't just like turning a light switch back on, and I guess we all really do have to learn how to be a civilization again, which kinda sucks because a bunch of the we who were never really down with the whole civilization thing also seem to have made it through to the other side as well, because shit, did you really think we were gonna get that lucky? Anyway, big picture episodes that aren't this will resume shortly, but I also wanted to drop the don't freak out about content update upticks notice, because now that summer is here, things are opening back up, and people are maybe not relying on YouTube itself as a primary entertainment vector. We're going to start back up with re-uploading remasters of older movie reviews, the remainder of the original Big Picture classic, and start doing things with really old stuff like Original Game Over Thinker, just to get things organized. Some of it you might get subscriber notifications about, most of it will probably disable and do bulk updates as community posts, that kind of thing, just so it doesn't become a nuisance for those who are mainly here for new stuff. And speaking of new stuff, what you're going to see before any of that are a couple newish movie reviews, because we're trying to get that cooking more regularly as well. How regularly seems to depend on what we get to screen, how traffic goes, what actually opens, that kind of thing, since we're not on any deadline but our own now, so that's kind of up to you in the audience. Share the content, get it in front of your friends, family, co-workers, get more people you know to subscribe to MovieBob YouTube, MovieBob Twitter, MovieBob Patreon, you know the drill. And otherwise, yeah, full steam ahead. Let's get back out from under this thing and get back to work. Fresh content ahoy. I'm Bob, and that's the Big Picture.